This company from Punjab makes over 10,000 crores in revenue, but chances are you have never heard of it. With the world's largest tractor manufacturing facility and exports to over 100 countries, Sonalika Tractors is an under-the-radar giant that has quietly transformed the rural Indian economy. It is India's third largest tractor maker. It's the fifth largest in the world, all built in the last 30 years. And in this episode, we will dig into 3 deep insights that they have cracked to become an integral, unsexy billion-dollar business. Before we begin, welcome to GrowthX. We are a learning community of 4,000 plus members from India's top technology companies. Plus, we are now part of the Zerodha network by Zerodha. Now let's get started with our episode. The first insight of a farmer-first and trust-heavy approach. Now, Sonalika's biggest strength lies in its deep understanding of the Indian farmer, especially the 85% who are small and marginal landholders. While most global and domestic players focused on premium segment with high-tech, expensive tractors, Sonalika went the exact opposite way. It built rugged, reliable and value for money machines designed for real Indian conditions. Its tractors go from 20 to 125 horsepower, so it covers the full spectrum of farming needs. From tiny plots in Odisha to larger farms in Punjab, they can be used anywhere and everywhere in India. The Sonalika tractor is tailored to their budget and their crop cycle. Now today, Mahindra, Taffy and Sonalika are the top 3 tractor brands in India, controlling the majority of the market share. So while Mahindra and Mahindra went after very high-end tractors with lots of features, and Taffy partnered with international brands like Massey Ferguson, Sonalika on the other hand kept things simple. They focused on affordable, practical tractors that everyday farmer could use. Not just that, they even did take some interesting steps that were taken by no one else in the industry. For example, transparent pricing initiative like one nation, one tractor, one price policy. By setting a uniform price across all Indian states, Sonalika eliminated regional price disparity. And this whole dealer-driven price variation, that got eliminated. Also, it gave farmers a lot of clarity and confidence when they're buying their first tractor. And by the way, all of this combined made them a very farmer-first brand that won the trust of the user. Now let's talk about the next insight. The insight of vertical integration and product depth. But before we get into that, if you've been liking these growth insights, you will love our bi-weekly newsletter. It's free and subscribed by over 150,000 founders and growth leaders. We recently published an edition on the insights behind Oyo's profits, Porter's 1,600 crore funding round, Paperboat's growth playbook, and more. The link to subscribe to the newsletter is in the description. Now let's go back to the video. Look, Sonalika really understands how to do efficient manufacturing, and it is very important in keeping tractors affordable and scale your manufacturing. Now their factory in Hoshiarpur, Punjab is the largest tractor manufacturing facility in the entire world. It covers 85 acres and produces 3 lakh tractors every year. And what's really unique is that they handle everything in-house, from building the engines to assembling the tractors. This gives them full control over, of course, quality, but it also helps them cut down costs since they are not relying on third-party suppliers. This is a very, very classic case of vertical integration. Another advantage for Sonalika is their in-house R&D through this company called International Tractors Limited. They don't just copy designs from other countries. They focus on building tractors that work perfectly for the Indian soil, the Indian climate, and of course, the kind of fuel that we get in India. This keeps costs low and it helps them quickly adopt to what the farmers really need. Sonalika also uses modular production, meaning they make tractors using similar standardized parts across multiple models. This allows them to produce high volumes, cut down on cost without compromising quality. This has helped the company remain competitive in India's price-sensitive market for 30 long years. Now that you have understood about the front and the back end of Sonalika tractors, let's go one layer deeper. The strategy to sell to global markets. If you've been wondering so far that this is a domestic tractor brand, then you're wrong. Their biggest unlock has been their international market strategy. In last financial year, Sonalika achieved a 34% share of India's tractor exports. It makes them country's biggest tractor exporter. Just look at the December 2024 export figures. Mahindra, India's biggest player, exported 900 units. Sonalika, they have exported more than 3 times of that. And that's the scale of their success in international markets. So what is driving this? First, Sonalika has understood how to adapt its product for local market. For example, in Europe, they offer tractors that meet tough emission standards and include advanced features. In Africa, they focus on creating rugged, low-maintenance tractors suited for very tough African conditions. And so on for all the other countries that they enter. And this ability to adapt and tailor their products has helped Sonalika break into markets typically dominated by Western and Japanese brands. Another big advantage is Sonalika's use of India as a manufacturing hub. By keeping costs low, they can deliver high-quality tractors at affordable prices for these international markets. They have also set up localized service centers and partnership to build trust and offer solid after-sales support in all of these countries. This ensures that they are a very approachable brand and people trust them in those markets. So when you compare Sonalika to its competitors, their international strategy stands out. The company's philosophy is very clear. Provide accessible, high-quality tractors to farmers, not just in India, but in the entire world. And Sonalika is on track to dominate emerging markets with this farmer-first mindset. And that's why they are not stopping. Their future plans include expanding to new markets in Southeast Asia, Latin America, where, by the way, they are seeing growing demand for affordable, durable tractors. Now let's recap what we have learned. Sonalika is the farmer's first brand. They understand how to build an affordable product for the everyday Indian farmer. They're very clear who their customer is. They have ensured that they're very competitive by doing 2 things right. Bring in production in-house and having your own R&D team. So they are not all the time copying designs from other countries, but they are building their own designs and ensuring they have the best product for the Indian market. Third is selling to global markets, and Sonalika is tweaking their product for what matters in, for example, a Europe market, an Africa market, and so on. Sonalika selling 1.5 lakh tractors every single year is not an accident, but it's a very systematic way to build a great Indian business. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next one.